Good evening everyone! Kumusta po kayo? Kumusta po ang araw nyo? So, for tonight, we are going to discuss what is impedance and admittance. So, this topic is a connection on my previous videos about AC circuits. Okay? So, impedance and admittance are fundamental concepts in electrical engineering subjects or circuits. Okay? So impedance is the opposition to the flow of alternating current, and admittance, the ability of a circuit to allow current to flow, and admittance is the reciprocal of the impedance. Okay, so the formula for impedance is denoted as Z, capital letter Z. The formula for impedance is Z is equals to V over I. So you will notice this formula has a similarity for the direct current uh, formula or Ohm's law, but this time we are dealing with the AC or alternating current or alternating analysis. So the components for the impedance are we have resistance, inductive loads, capacitive loads. So the formula for that one is this one. This also mentioned on my previous videos. And then the representation for the complex numbers for the impedance, we have A plus the imaginary value, or we are going to let A is equals to R for resistance and B is equals to X for the imaginary values. And then for admittance, so we have the formula of um, Y is equals to I over V. So this is the inverse of the impedance. So that's why we have here the admittance is the reciprocal of impedance, this one. Okay? Or Y is equals to 1 over Z. And then the components for the admittance calculation, so um, we have a conductance denoted as capital G, and susceptance denoted as capital B, letter B, and we have also inductive susceptance and the capacitive susceptance. So for the representation in complex numbers for uh, admittance, so we have A plus G, and we also let A is equals to G and B is equals to B. So this is the imaginary numbers or values, and G is the pure value. Okay, so sa representation ng or yung vector representation ng impedance is ang pinapakita lang dito sa graph na to is pag halimbawa yung value natin ng it's either capacitive or inductive is remains constant. So ang magiging value ng vector natin is mas lalo siyang tawag nito, mas mahaba yung vector niya. Okay? So say for example this one. So kunyari ito yung coordinates na to. So R2 plus J X2. Okay? So kung magsusukat po tayo ng vector dyan, so ito yung magiging vector natin dyan. Kumbaga, pag ganun. Okay? So, pag ganun. Tapos kung halimbawa, kunin natin yung data. So, yung vector natin na to, mas mahaba siya or longer. Okay? Logic lang dito is mas mahaba yung vector mo, mas maliit yung value ng phase angle mo dito sa ano na to, yung constant yung value ng XL mo or XZ. So mas mahaba yung vector mo, mas maliit naman po yung phase angle mo. So for example, we have yung XL natin is equals to 2. And then yung resistance natin or yung value ng tawag nito R natin is equals to 4. So kung compute po natin yung phase angle, so tan theta is equals to XL over R. Okay? So this one, R theta is equals to arc tan 2 over 4. So ano yung value nito? So we have 26.56 degree. So mas maliit yung value ng or mas so we have 26.56 degrees. So habang remain yung value ng XL natin or XZ, so mas mahaba yung vector natin and then mas maliit yung phase angle. Dito naman sa kung ang R naman yung magiging constant, what will happen to our XL and XC? It will go value. Kumbaga, mas mataas yung value ng XL natin, pero yung magiging value ng phase angle natin is mas mataas naman siya. Okay? Mas parang magkabaliktad yung response nila. Okay? So next time I will give some more example for this topic. Thank you.